Well, 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 well. Let me pull up my chat here. Let me pull up my chat here. There we are. What do you think of the jazzy music we got going on here? As you can see, I am in my answer storage space. And I am here with some jazzy music. I thought that I would do two things today. One, I want to show you a project that I'm very close to finishing. We're doing some coding today. I know there's no title. I have to figure out how to import my stuff. Oh, Sammy is with us. Hello, Sammy. How are you doing? So, one, I want to show you a cool, let me turn down my music a little bit here if I can hear. Okay. We want to do a cool, I want to show you a cool project I've been working on. And also I want to go over some how to draw well in Scratch. I know that Tuesdays I seem to have, it's supposed to be my younger students, so I thought I would take the time to do some cool Scratch stuff, that like some basics, you know, so that way we can like, and what is more basic in Scratch than just like learning how to draw your sprites in like a really good way. And if you are a real pro at using Scratch, well then, always good to brush up on your drawing skills. And you know, I know that teachers say that kind of stuff a lot, like, oh, if you already know this, it's really good to practice. But you know what, guys, with programming and coding, there's no such thing as being good at it. Everyone is just constantly hanging on by the edge of their fingers, trying to just scrape by the best code that they can. So it's really like good to practice. Okay, who we got here today? We got Micah and Maya. What? Micah and Maya? What are you guys doing at home? It's Tuesday, aren't you supposed to be here? Why didn't I put a start up? Well, if you'd seen my previous episodes here at school, I don't have any of my settings. So I don't have like all that starting stuff. So I have to like, I have to remember to import it. The problem is that I never remember to do it at home, because the time I would remember to do it is if I was going to do it, but I don't do it at home anymore, so now I'm here. Our dad is sick. Oh no! Well, I hope your dad feels better. I was looking for Maya today, and I was like, where is she? Normally she's here. Yeah, it's too bad. Okay, well, first I want to show you the cool game that I'm almost finished working with here. Let's switch over to Chrome. Okay, here we are. And it is a make code arcade game, Monster Smasher. I've added a lot to this. Added a lot to this. So I don't know when the last time you guys got to see it, but the first thing I did was I added, you see how it says obliterate Richfield? Obliterate means to destroy. You know, I'm just gonna turn this music off. The music is super cool, but it distracts me. I can only think of one thing at a time. So I was thinking like from the classic monster games where like every day you go destroy a new city. So what I did was I made a random, where is it? Oh, I gotta find it first. Where are they? Here it is, create cities. I made a random city name generator. A random city name generator. So it says go destroy. So like let's refresh the level here. If we says, first it says destroy front center. And then also, so this says destroy Happy York. Let's try again. Destroy Little Falls. Wreck Fort Springs. So these are just like fake city names. Tell my class, I will tell them that you can't come today. Crush Little York. smash Sandberg. So here's the code. Look at all these big things here. So what it does is first it picks the word for destroy. So I got destroy, burn, smash, crush, wipe out, ruin, demolish, obliterate, ravage, and wreck. And then, yeah, funny. Then what it does is each city name has a first part and a second part. So a prefix and a suffix. First part, second part. So the first parts are happy, fair, pleasant, new, sand, fort, saint, grand, little, north, south, east, west, and rich. So it takes one of those and then it smushes it onto the second one, like borough, ville, fall, spring, beach, land. So you could get like West Land or North Beach or Fairfield, something like that. Yeah, Sandberg. Sandberg. Yeah. Is sand on there? Do we have sand? We have saint. We should add sand. Sand's a good one. I can add more. Let's just add sand. Sand. That's a good one. That's a good one. And then it just automatically creates city names like Wipeout Grandville. So that's one thing that I've added. And then I've also added a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, see? I accidentally crushed it. So we now have tank monster. We have tanks that fight us. Tanks and missiles. So there goes a missile. And there's a tank. So the tank wanders around, and if you get in his line of fire, it will shoot at you. It's facing the wrong way. Come on, face me. See, it shoots at me. Boop. And then up in the upper corner, it did some damage, some health. Boop. Shot me again. Now if I got hit 3 times by a missile or by a tank shot. Now I can crush tanks. See, I can smash that guy. But if I get hit by a missile, see if I can get hit by a missile. Then you lose, and you get a point for every day, every city you wipe out. So I left it so that the score in the upper right is the number of houses left you have to crush, but it also keeps track of your real score, and if you lose, then it swaps out your real score in there. So there's still a lot of things I need to do. You can see that missile was still flying during the transition. That's not good. Oh, and then if you get hit, so you lose life, you can roar to get your life back. So it's not a hard game. You basically have infinity life because you can just roar as many times as you want. It's not supposed to be like a really challenging game. It's supposed to just be like something you play casually, walk around, stomping buildings down, dodging the occasional missile. So the last thing I want to do is I want to fix some. There's still some bugs with the way the missiles fly, and also I want to make it so that when you walk through water, that you go slower. So that way you can't just go wherever you want. If you're over here and I want to go over there, you want to maybe like scoot around a little bit. So that way there's a little bit of like direction steering you've got to go. Anyways, that is my game. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to push the changes here. So this is, I have a repository that saves it now. So it's kind of like a cloud, right? So let's save this. We're going to say added 4 directions on the missiles. Okay. Commit and push. Now this will push it into the cloud, so now I can work with it at home too. So what? I'm sorry that your dad is feeling well. Are you guys quarantined because it might be COVID, or are you just all having a chill day because you want to have your father feel better? You know what? Never mind. Maybe that's too personal a question. I was just trying to make conversation. Okay, so we pushed the changes to the cloud, and now it's done. Let's go take a look now at we're going to do some scratch drawing. Let's go to code, Let's pull up Scratch. You guys missed some fun today in STEM, Maya. We've got to watch a really super cool cool video and about what do you call it? Here, you know what? Let me just pull it up here for you guys. Let's see. Potential versus kinetic energy. This is it. This is a super cool video. I'm going to, now you have to sign up to see it all, but it's a free sign up. So let me just, oh my goodness, there's our chat. Post that in chat for you guys. There you go. Okay. You can watch that. You can watch that later. And then we also went outside and we threw tennis balls off of the fire escape. See how high they would bounce. It was a lot of fun. Okay. Let's do some drawing here. Well, let's do a background. Okay. Let's do a backdrop today. So here is our drawing. We're going to work with now converting to bitmap will allow us to paint, but we're going to actually try to use some of these the vector drawing today. What do you mean no fair? I posted it. You can watch it yourself. And I bet you have some tennis balls at home that you could throw down your stairs. See how high that bounce. Okay, so what I really want to point out today is that you have the ability to bend vector shapes. Okay, and this helps you in many ways. Let's say we want. Oh, I got a good idea. Let's say we want to build. I mean, we want our backdrop to be a pirate flag. Okay. Now it would be hard to draw a wavy flag, but what we can do is we can draw a square real easy, right? So there's our square. Let's set the background to be a really dark gray here. Okay, we don't want it to be black. I mean, pirate flags are black, right? But if we set it to be a dark gray, then we can get the cool outline going on too. So see, if you look on the screen there, you see how it still has that black outline. We can make the outline even thicker. See? So this is one way to do our pirate flag. So let's make our pirate flag kind of wavy. All right. So what we can do is we can click this reshape button, and then we can grab here. We can click somewhere in the line, and we can bend it. So let's bend this up a little bit. And now let's click somewhere else on the line, and it'll create another bendy point. And then click somewhere else on the line. So see, look at this. We have a wavy top. And let's bend the bottom to match the top. So up, down, and up. Now see how easy we made a pirate flag? Just by bending that shape. Super cool, right? Like we could, instead of having to like draw the whole thing out with our mouse, and it's hard to draw with a mouse, right? But by just making a square and then bending it around, we can make ourselves a cool looking pirate flag. So let's now, instead of doing the fill, let's change. We're going to do a gradient fill. Okay, gradient fill here. So let's select our backdrop. And so when we have a solid color, that's just all gray. But a gradient is kind of like it shifts from one side to the other. So what we can do is our first color we can set to be black. And then our second color we can set to be more of a dark gray. Okay, so see how I did this? You select the gradient up top, and then you pick your first color, and then you pick your second color. So it maybe if we let's change the saturation here, you can see with the saturation, it's fading from black into red. Let's change the saturation of the second color here. Let's Let's change it to like blue, just so you can see here. So you see how it's shifting from blue into red? That's what a gradient is. And there's different kinds of gradient. Instead of going sideways, we can make it go up and down by selecting this one. Or we can make a circle one, like this. So there's all kinds of different colors you can do. I'm going to do a front to back, and I want my first color to be just really black. And then I want my second color to be this kind of, I mean, we could have it be a darker red. It's kind of ferocious looking. Or we could have it just be like this gray. But a little touch of red makes it look a little interesting, doesn't it? It's a little touch of red. Okay. There we go. So now we have our piratey flag background here. Let's stick this in the middle. Mr. Cat is in the way. Let's move him out of the way. So there's our piratey flag as the background. We could add on to it. Let's add on to our pirate flag. Let's add this a skull and crossbones in the middle, and let's do it also using our shaping tool. Okay, so instead of having to draw a skull, let's draw a so let's do a white skull here. So let's draw. So we're just going to add a kind of like an oval. Whoop! My mouse slipped when I lifted my finger up. Draw like a oval. So we got this white oval now. We'll put it right in the middle. Now let's do the same thing. Let's bend this guy so that it makes it more of a skull. Okay, let's select our Reshape tool right here, and that's going to allow us to grab onto the edges here, right? And we're just going to kind of push this guy in a little bit. And we're going to do the same on this side. Push this in. Okay, and now, so you can see the right progress over there. So our jaw is a little too thin. Let's bring it out a little bit this way. A little bit this way. I'm trying to keep it symmetrical on both sides. There we go. And now let's flatten it out. So we're going to grab in the middle towards the bottom of the jaw, and we're just going to kind of like drag it down a little bit. Drag it down a little bit. There we go. So take a look. So instead of having to draw with the mouse a good skull shape, we just made an oval, and then we pulled out the cheekbones a little bit. Let's do the same thing for the eye sockets. Let's draw. Let's draw a black circle right in the middle. Okay, where we want our eye to be. So here is one eye. Okay, and we'll just use I'm using the arrow keys to just position it where I want. So you can see I'm scooting around there. Okay, let's zoom in. All right, here's our arrow. Here's our eye. We're going to grab the Reshape tool, and we're going to make this look a little more like a skull. So let's grab the bottom, and we're just going to grab it. We're just going to kind of like pull it up. What do you think of that? Okay. And maybe we want it to be a little bigger. So let's grab the Select tool, and then we can reshape, we can resize the thing we did. So there we go. This is kind of like one of our eyes. And then what's really cool is that all we need to do is we can copy and paste this. So we can just select the shape. We'll press the copy button up top, and then we will do paste, and it'll paste another one. We can just put our skull, our second eye, right there. What do you think? Beginning to look pretty good, I think. And we can even do a third one. Let's copy and paste a third one, and we're going to put this right in the middle here to be the nose. Now this is too big, so let's grab this, and we'll just make it a little tiny, little nose hole right in the middle there. Right? Looking good? Now last, let's scroll down a little bit and let's add some teeth. All we need to do here is just grab some black lines. We're just going to grab some black lines and we're just going to go straight up with them. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Look at that fearsome skull we have there. Pretty neat. Now I'm looking at my pirate flag and I'm thinking it looks a little too brown. I think that red is a little too brown, so I want to change it. Let's select the pirate flag and we're going to change the color here. Let's change this second color. I think it looks too brown. So yeah, look, so let's go all the way over to that red and then we'll make it a darker red. Let's try that. There we go. That's kind of cooler, right? That red, we want more red. Maybe the teeth are too big. So this is the great part of working with the vector lines. Instead of like having to draw each one, I can just select each one as an individual shape, right? And then just bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Make the teeth a little smaller. I think it was looking a little too much like the comic book Punisher skull. Let's get rid of this one tooth here. And then let's just space out these other guys better. There we go. That's pretty neat. He's kind of looking like a little happy skull. You know, a happy skull. All right, let's add some bones. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the bones, some crossbones underneath it. I learned that when the crossbones are over the skull, behind the skull, it kind of makes it look. That's a symbol for poison. But when the bones are underneath it, that's a pirate line. So let's grab some lines, some just thick lines, and we'll just draw like this. Now that line is black, so let's click on it, and we're going to change the outline color. We can change it to white. Oh, I didn't change it. Hold on. Select. Okay, I forgot to select it. There we go. So there's one. And then let's draw another line underneath it. Like that. We can reshape it because it looks like it's a weird X right now. So let's just grab the endpoint here, move it around. Grab this endpoint, move it down. Okay, there we go. What do you think, guys? You see, even just some simple sticks make it convey the meaning. Okay, so that's pretty easy. You know, even if we want to move the whole thing, here's another important trick for you to understand, is that you can select multiple things at the same time. Like, let's say I want to move, I like my skull, but I think it's too far down on the flag. I think it's too far down. So what I can do is I can, instead of having to move the skull, the eyes, you know, like I gotta select all that kind of stuff. What I can do is I can take, oh, that's one way to do it. Look at that. That's one way to do it. I can just grab the flag and move it down. That's way easier. That's way easier. You know what? I still think that flag looks too brown. I wanted it to be like a spooky red color, but it's just so brown. I mean, and do I have to like really pick it to be red? Oh, that's the first color. I mean, I think that doesn't look good, that real bright red. But I feel like if when I make it darker, it just kind of makes it look brown, you know? So I think instead of trying to do the red, let's just do like a gray, a dark gray. So see, now it fades from red, from black to gray. It's a more of a subtle thing. I wanted it to be like kind of like fearsome red, but it just was looking brown and muddy to me. So sometimes, you go with your second choice if the second choice is better than your first choice, right? Okay, guys. I hope you had fun checking out Monster Smasher. Um, and that once I polish that up, I'll put it on code. I'll put it under make code examples so you can play that game. I don't know if you know this, but under make code examples, there are 2 games already up there that I have. I have Space Battle by Captain and I got Free Fall by Captain. Both those are pretty fun games that you could go check out. Or you could remix them into your own games. So once that's done, I'll put that up on the Monster Smasher here so that you can play that. So hope that you had a good time kind of learning a little bit more about vector graphics in Scratch. Go play around. The best way to learn how to do graphic art on technology is just by messing around with it. Like go on there, be like, I want to build a part flag, and just try your best. It's going to take a lot of time and work to practice to get better. Okay, I hope tell your dad. I hope that he feels better. Sammy, I hope that you had a good time today. I will see you all when I see you all, okay? All right, guys. Take care.